Hi, I'm Jenny, and I am going to show you how to do Interlock bindoff, which was published in Knitty in April of 2011. As a sample, I'm going to use this hat that I made for my brother, which is a little too big for me, but his head's a bit bigger than mine, so it should work out. Okay, so this is Interlock for knit 1, purl 1 rib, and the way that we're going to start is we're going to run our bindoff yarn first through the first stitch on the left needle and then once through the last stitch on the right needle, and that's our setup. And then we're going to continue going this way, binding the stitches off. So to do the setup, assuming your first stitch here is a knit, which in this case it is, we're going to run our needle through the stitch purlwise or back to front, and then we're going to run it through this stitch. It doesn't really matter which way you run it through, but I like to run it through from back to front also. Okay, so that's set up. And now step one of the bind off, and now I'm going to actually pull the right needle out. Step one of the bind off, you take a look at what stitches are queued up. I've got a knit and a purl, so I'm going to go through both of them as if to knit, but I'm going to go through the first one and slip it off, and then immediately go through the next one and leave it on the needle. And then you pull your yarn almost, but not quite, all the way through. Your working yarn goes to the back, so here's your loop of bind off yarn. You want to go through your bind off yarn from back to front, like this. And then you tighten. And now the next stitches that are queued up are a purl and a knit. So I'm going to go through both of them as if to purl. First one, purl and slip off. Next one, purl and leave on. Pull almost, but not quite all the way. Now your working yarn is in front, so we're going to go through this bind off loop from front to back. And we're just going to continue working our way like that. It's a little tricky, but it does get easier with practice. So here we got knit, purl. So as if to knit, as if to, and the slip off, as if to knit and leave on. Sometimes when I'm tightening the loop, I'll leave my thumb so that I don't accidentally pull it all the way down, because if you're not using a different color for your bind off yarn, it can be kind of tricky to figure out which loop to go through. Anyway, I'm going to go through it from back to front because my working yarn's in the back. And now I have a purl and a knit, so I'm going to go through as if to purl, slip off, as if to purl, leave on, and through my loop from front to back. So I'm going to continue doing that. Knit, leave on, knit, slip off, knit, leave on, back to front, purl, slip off, purl, leave on, front to back. So now we have 2 stitches left on the needle, and this is where we have to pay attention because it's a little bit different. We have a knit and a purl left. So we're going to go through both of them as if to knit, and each one slip off as we go. So now we can put our needle down, pull your yarn through, and put your needle through from back to front. So now we're going to connect this last bound off stitch to the first bound off stitch, and all you have to do is run your yarn through from front to back in this first bound off loop. Oops, excuse me. But now you need to weave a tail in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow this yarn. This is the first bind off stitch. I'm going to come through this hole here, and I'm just going to kind of follow it like as if doing a duplicate stitch. This is where that first one goes, so I'm just going to follow and go through there. And now it looks, pretty seamless. So now I'll weave this tail in on the inside. Here's what the end result looks like. I'll fold it up so you can see the whole thing. And, outside and inside are kind of like mirror images of each other. This is made with Brown Sheep Bulky, which is 100% yarn, 100% wool, not superwash. It's kind of sticky yarn. I think that this bind off works really well with sock yarn, which is actually the inspiration for why I came up with it. Here's a sock top that I recently did This has one round with the contrasting color, and then on top of that it's the bindoff yarn. And this is how I can show you how stretchy it is. It's really stretchy. Something else I know people are going to want to know is how it compares to Elizabeth Zimmerman's sewn bindoff. So here's a sample of that. Looks quite a bit different. Okay, so I hope this has been helpful.